condition one, sticky inflation that just won't go away. So that's checked. We've checked that one off. That's happening right now. Volcker had it in 1979. The Fed has it now. Prices are still climbing faster than they want, and the Iran war isn't really helping the situation. As long as inflation runs hot, the Fed gets to say it has no choice about raising interest rates. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know inflation is out of control. My weekly shop was about converting it to USD, about $40 before COVID, then 50, then 70. Now I don't get out of the shop for under $100. The official number says 3%, or it varies, but we all know it's more like 5 or 6%, if not more. Never believe the official numbers, guys. But either way, since COVID, inflation has gone up 64 consecutive months. That is over 5 years of inflation being above 2%. 2% is the Fed's target. Warsh has said that his main goal is to get inflation back down below 2%. Now, of course, inflation is nowhere near the 1970s. I mean, it peaked at 14.8%. We're nowhere close to that. But it's not so much about the number, it's about the persistence. That's the problem, is that inflation is sticky, it's staying around. Anyway, let's talk about condition number 2, a chairman who is willing to inflict pain. So we'll check that one off too. This is the big one because most chairmen fold. Volcker didn't, and Warsh so far isn't folding, but it's only been a few months. He held rates in June, he doubled down in July, and he took away the promise of rate cuts as his first act on the job. Now the big question is Warsh the second coming of Paul Volcker, or will he fold? I think there's a good chance that he will fold, especially after the midterms, but who knows? What do you think? Let me know. Condition 3, no rescue is coming. So we'll check that one off because it seems like no rescue is coming. So for the last 15 years, there was an unwritten deal, and that was that if things get bad enough, the Fed will come and save you. Now, over the last few years, they've been pulling that back a bit, but they keep saying that they're going to come and save you, and that's been enough to prop the markets up. But right now, that deal is off. Warsh has told you in writing twice that he is not riding to the rescue. And Kevin Warsh might not even be able to save the markets if he wants to. See, if he cuts rates right now, he pours petrol on the fire that is inflation. Inflation gets way worse. But what about if he raises rates? Well, the problem is the US government is $40 trillion in debt. If the Fed raises rates for us, it raises rates for the government too, raises rates on that debt. All of a sudden, the US goes from paying $1 trillion per year in interest to $2, $3, $4 trillion, and boom, bankruptcy for the US. No one wants that. So both roads are ugly, and the Fed, they're kind of cornered right now. So let's add up the results. I've given you 3 conditions, free for free, 100% score. Every condition that let 1981 happen is on the board for 2026, with the caveat that inflation is not as bad today as it was back then. But on the other side of that inflation not being bad is that the debt problem is much worse. If anything, Volcker's job was way easier than Kevin Warsh's because all he had to do was raise rates, crush the middle class, and arguably save America. He didn't have to worry about the US debt because US debt was really low at the time. Now, I can already hear your comments, but Nick, the economy looks fine, unemployment is low, this is doomer talk, and you're right, it does look fine. But markets and the economy always look fine right up until they're not. By the way, I put together a free retirement guide, how to retire before 2036, 6 steps, everything I'd do if I was starting again at 40 with nothing. No hype, no nonsense, it's free to grab, there's a link below, check it out.